Mother Earth obeisance to you. The oceans are your garments, and you are decorated with mountain peaks. Please forgive me for touching you with my feet. Samudra vasane, samudra vasane,
samudra vasane, samudra vasane, Devi Pavatar Stanamandale, samudra vasane,
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 Devi Pavatar Stanamandale, samudra vasane, Devi Pavatar Stanamandale, samudra vasane, Devi Pavatar Stanamandale, samudra vasane, samudra vasane, samudra vasane, samudra vasane, Devi Pavatar Stanamandale, samudra vasane, Devi Pavatar Stanamandale, samudra vasane, Devi Pavatar Stanamandale, Vishnu Patnim Namastutyam Padaspasham Kshamasmame, Vishnu Patnim Namastutyam Padaspasham Kshamasmame, samudra vasane, samudra vasane, samudra vasane, samudra vasane, Devi Pavatar Stanamandale, samudra vasane, Devi Pavatar Stanamandale, samudra vasane, Devi
Hello, everyone. Welcome to today Ecosystem Celebration Day. My name is Zore Rezazadeh. I am the president of UNESCO Body and Mind Wellness Club, or UNESCO BMW Club. Today's celebration is part of the UN 2030 Sustainable Development Goals. And we celebrate that because it is also among the goals that are UNESCO BMW included in their constitution. Hopefully, with this attention for Mother Earth ecosystem, we can have more respect for ourselves and naturally for others, and beyond that, Mother Earth. Today's program has a very nice young moderator, Shalon Garusi, that is in charge of the whole program. We have different speakers, we have different slides, and we have also performances. I ask Maral to come, please, to explain a little bit about yourself and also about generally what does it mean Ecosystem Day. Thank you, Maral. The floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shalon Garusi. I'm 13 years old, and I have been a part of UNESCO for almost a year, I would say. And I've been in quite a few of the programs. So today is National Ecosystem Protection Day, which is presented by the UNESCO BMW Club. And well, the ecosystem, I would say, is a community of organisms and environment. We have had our first life forms and algae-like forms for over 1 billion years. And over the years, we have treated our environment with the respect it didn't deserve, and which soon led to a lot of global issues, I would say. And this program is just awareness for how it can impact the future for other generations and how we can so regret it over tiny things that we did. So much polluted air, global climate change, and no fresh water. The ecosystem is a platform for our civilization that keeps it balanced and whole, whether for biotic or abiotic organisms. The ecosystem gives us clean water, healthy and breathable air, maintains a good climate for us, and gives us healthy food from recycled and balanced nutrients. The ecosystem is the root to all balanced civilizations, whether we choose to admit it or not, because not just with air, but also with people. We have made over so many organizations in the past, and they have been just proving awareness, but there hasn't always been much of a change. This program is just another small piece of awareness for everyone. Thank you. So someone who's going to be talking about the environment a little bit more and how we can help it is Miss Shalon Garusi, talking about friendly choices in daily life.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the ecosystem program today. It's fun to be here to learn new stuff. Majority of us know what's happening, what ecosystem is about. The planet is in danger, and so on and so forth. We learned that from school. We learned that from the environment, from government. There are awareness all over the place. But we wanted to go more in depth today and hoping that we will all share this knowledge that we gather today amongst our family and friends, and making sure that we are a bit more mindful than we were before to save our planet. My name is Shalon Garusi. I am the chairwoman from Canada for the UNESCO Body Mind Wellness Club, and I am very happy to be here in this program talking about some of the friendly choices in daily life. So obviously there are many organizations, many programs out there, many products that we could use, but what do we know about them? How much do we know about all these products, all these things that are out there? So the one thing that I realized throughout my research is that people aren't aware how dangerous would be to use the wrong product, wrong stuff, or having a simple wrong recycling. How much damages can we do to the planet? So from a small packages of a mouse you buy and it's a plastic, to the drink that you buy on a plastic cup with a straw, to a fruit that is contained in a plastic bag. What do we do with them? Sometimes we're lazy and we just throw them in the garbage. Say, you know what, it doesn't matter. But it does matter. It makes a huge difference in our life. What are we gonna do about it? So just for being 2 seconds of laziness, we could do a lot of harm to our planet. And unfortunately, as a result, we have been doing that. So it's time to be aware that every small actions we make a huge impact in the future for our children, for the generations ahead. We know that we're facing global warming. We know that we're facing challenges with agriculture, with farming, with clean water, with rains and snows. We are facing that. We've been dealing with it. We're already struggling, imagining 50 years down the road. Okay, so how can we prevent that from happening? By making awareness. Day in, day out, small little things make a huge difference. So the packs have to be properly stored. So depending where you are in your country, in different areas of North America or anywhere in the world, each government is responsible to give you a color coding bins for recycling, for example. Follow these guidelines, please. Making sure you understand what is the gray bin versus the blue bin is. Composting your foods. Why is it important? Okay, how to compose them, right? So these little things make a huge difference. I promise you that. It's just by a positive mind that you have applying to your life. Say, I'm good, I'm smart, I'm this. Remembering all of these positive things help us to have a better mood in the morning, throughout the day. Same as that. It's a time to respect our planet. It's time to appreciate. Our life depends on it, right? So it comes down to the products that we even use. So sometimes we say, when I speak with people, I say, why don't you use the chemical-free products for your daily cleaning, for brushing your teeth, to doing your dishes, to doing your laundry? They say, well, the organic products are expensive. But why don't you read even the chemicals that are less expensive, but also less harmful? Look for that. Research on that. Say, okay, this product with this chemical component, is it really healthy for my environment? For example, look for the locally sourced products. If you can find your vegetables and fruits that are locally sourced, it will help the environment. How? Well, we won't have the long transportations carrying our food for thousands of kilometers in the fridge to have it accessible to us. And then we keep it in the fridge, we'll have a couple of bites, the rest of it is just garbage. This is what we do, right? So looking at these little things, sometimes we look at it and say, okay, I go and shop, I'm looking for something new to wear, and then you look for the cheapest products out there, okay? All right, so I buy this shirt, it looks like a cotton, I can wear it for a couple of times, it's really cheap, but can you really recycle it? We need to be very careful of what we buy, right? So the products are out there, the jewelries we wear, how we recycle them is not just the container of a milk. It's everything that we use, to the furnitures we use, to the electronics that we use. We know we're all biggest consumers in North America. Everything has to be replaced and changed in every few years once, especially electronics, because it just doesn't add up with the speed and everything. Please be mindful, just don't dump them in a garbage bag. Batteries, tiny little batteries behind your clock. You say, well, it's a tiny little battery, but it has chemicals in it. It can mix with the other garbage and it can be deadly. So all of these, well, it's a huge topic. We can go as deep as we can, but I just wanted to remind that please be mindful, please bring your knowledge up, please looking to details of every product, everything you use. Not per se, I'm not saying that just focus on organic products, but try to find things that are less harmful to the environment. So locally sourced, ethically sourced, clean products, chemicals that aren't harmful, which we know that chemicals, majorities are harmful, but look for some things that are less harmful, okay? Even for ourselves, for our breathing, for our well-being, we wanna make sure that we use things that are really compatible with our well-being, okay? The tiny little pills we use, they're expired, we don't use them anymore. Or the syrup, the cough syrup, for example, just don't dump them in a drain. Find the proper resources to recycle them. The best way to do that, contact a pharmacy. Say, do you have a proper setting for the medicine, right? Things like that. Okay, I'm gonna cut it short here. We have a few other amazing speakers. It was a privilege to talk to you, everyone. It was very nice to meeting you. Have a wonderful day. I move and I take back the screen to our moderator. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Bharti, for that beautiful, beautiful song. Next, we have Aditi Sharma presenting 5 natural elements and their connections to our health.
Hi everyone, my name is Aditi and I'm from Canada. I'm 17 years old and I'm going to be talking about the 5 natural elements and their connection to our health. So I'm just going to share my screen. Okay. Okay. So the first element that I'm going to be talking about is the air element, and it's one of the most significant elements because it aids us in every part of our body, and it helps our organs, our microscopic cells, and it also helps us improve our mental well-being. So oxygen is a vital element, which is needed for producing energy, and so a lack of oxygen found in fresh air causes us to feel fatigued while having a lack of concentration and clarity. And so this makes it harder for us to gain motivation to change ourselves, but also to change our society and the world around us. So going outside and exercising can increase our oxygen intake, and this makes us more motivated to spread positivity around us. Fresh air is also very good for reducing the risk of contracting airborne illnesses because it's very difficult for bacteria to survive in fresh air. And so it's a great thing to do to avoid that is to ventilate our homes so that we don't have to support this toxic life. Finally, fresh air helps us become happier and reduces our depression because the oxygen which we inhale actually increases the production of a chemical called serotonin, and this chemical naturally makes us happier and naturally takes out our anxiety, sadness, and depression. And so by breathing in more fresh air, which provides our body with oxygen, our serotonin levels increase and we can become happier and more relaxed. So the next element that I'm going to be talking about is the water element. And so water is a significant part of our biological being. Our bodies are actually made of 60% of water, and our blood is made up of 90% of water. And so water is the key player in facilitating the functions of our bodies. It helps transport nutrients and oxygen, and it removes toxins in our body. So this allows our bodies to be cleansed, and we can gain freshness and clarity. Hydration also helps our organ systems function, and it reduces our vulnerability to various damages and disorders. Another way water can be used to help our bodies and our mental well-being is you can mix it with salt and use a meditation technique called foot soaking, which calms our left and right sympathetic systems and allows us to de-stress. The third element I'm going to be talking about is the earth element, or also known as Mother Earth. And Mother Earth is a very significant element because she sustains all of the forces of life and also is the basis of all of the 5 elements. And it's very important for us to achieve our connection with Mother Earth because we can become more relaxed and more healthy individuals. And so this connection can be achieved through a method called grounding. And grounding is just being in contact with the earth, whether it be through sitting down on the ground or walking barefoot. This allows us to balance and normalize our body's circadian rhythms, which control our bodily functions such as secretion of hormones, our sleep cycle, and our immune function. And a lot of physiological problems can be combated through grounding because Earth's electric charge can stabilize and balance humans. The fourth element I'm going to be talking about is the ether element. The ether element is the most subtle element of the 5, as it is the lightest and provides space on Earth for the other 4 elements. Ether is the vast emptiness and space among us and within us. So within us, we have a lot of cavities in our bodies, or empty spaces, and these spaces are found in our stomach, our intestines, our lungs, and it's also found in the various cavities of our body where organs are placed, such as the cranial cavity. And so the hollow nature of these cavities allow our body to function normally and healthily. And so the ether element is around us, but it's also inside of us, and it helps us balance the ratio of tissue to space, which helps us sustain our bodily functions and discourages various diseases which involve the excess of space. In other words, the removal of tissue. The 5th element and the last element that I'm going to be talking about is the fire element. So around us, the fire element is in the form of the sun. It generates sufficient and steady heat and light for the function of ecosystems and the well-being of the earth. And we can also find this element in ourselves in the form of heat. Now, heat in our cells provides us energy, and it stimulates our interior and exterior actions. This means it sustains our metabolic functions, and it also allows us to carry out actions which we desire to do. And so these actions can be like moving, running, walking, anything like that. The heat, which is already present in our bodies, allows us to have healthy processes such as metabolism and digestion. And it also gives us energy and drive to improve ourselves and to improve the world around us and to grow in a positive manner. This energy also powers our intellect, our ability to understand ideas, and our ability to generate ideas, and it allows us to have clarity and focus. Through this heat, we can actually transform ourselves and the world around us because we have this motivation and drive. So retaining a balance of heat and cold in our body is important so that we don't become overactive or underactive. So this can be done through regulating our diets and the foods that we eat. So all in all, the 5 elements work together to play important roles in our mental and physical well-being, and also give us the power to improve the world around us, thus making it important for us to protect them. Thank you.
Thank you, Aditi, for that great, thought, and also a good mindfulness of how important all the elements are. The next person we have is a 5th grader who will be talking about their dream farm project.
Welcome to Evergreen Farm. Hi everyone, my name is Ishan. Evergreen Farms is my dream farm. Come and join me to discover all the treasures that Evergreen Farm has to offer. At Evergreen Farm, we preserve the natural resources such as animals, plants, water, and energy, following all the principles of conservation. This is our house. It is small but very comfortable. It has windows everywhere to allow cross ventilation. This house was made of natural materials like stone, wood, and bamboo. The electricity we use at the house and in the whole farm comes from these 4 solar panels. Here you can see 2 windmills. Windmills use the power of wind for different purposes. With the water the windmills pump, we irrigate our crops. We use compost to fertilize our crops. We collect scraps of food, leaves, and twigs, and after a few weeks, we get the best fertilizer on earth. We also have cows that give us a few gallons of milk daily, but remember, we need to pasteurize milk to avoid bacteria. Also, our cute hen, Maya, gives us 2 eggs daily. Did you know that chicken are omnivorous? They eat everything. This is our beautiful lake. Here, we practice aquaculture, that is the farming of fish and aquatic plants. We have enough fish for us and for all our neighbors. We use our horses, Hubert and Sham, as different ways of transportation. By not using cars frequently, we protect the air from the smoke a car produces. Around our farm, we have beautiful trees. So you are invited. Come to Evergreen, where everything is always green. Let's save our planet. Our Mother Earth needs us and we need her.
Thank you for that. It was interesting to see all the animals and definitely solar panel, which, conserves clean electricity and heat. Next, we have Mr. Andrea Antoniani. He worked for an Italian radio and TV called Rai. He will present a short movie and slideshow about cultural and spirituality, and he will talk on the Holy Grail. If Mr. Antoniani isn't here, we will move to the next person. Next, we have Aditi giving a short realization. Aditi, sermon.
Hi, everyone. So we have an energy within ourselves called the Kundalini energy. And this energy, it helps us grow and it helps us improve. And so through meditation, we can awaken this energy and experience the pure joy and bliss that we can get from meditating. So first, what we can all do is ground ourselves. So if you can sit on the floor. If you're wearing shoes, you can take them off and just be in contact with the earth. So we're going to try to experience this Kundalini energy inside of us and its powers. And we're going to do this through a method called self-realization. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your right hand and place it on your lower left abdomen, as close to this motherly energy as possible. And this motherly energy, called the Kundalini, is located in our sacrum bone. So you can close your eyes and concentrate on where your hand is placed and ask this motherly energy, please give me pure knowledge.
Dear Aditi, can you stand up so people can see where you are locating your hand?
You're going to ask this energy, please give me pure knowledge. And just concentrate on that spot as we are trying to awaken the energy. Now we can take our right hand and move it back. We can move it to the upper part of our left abdomen right here and say to this Kundalini energy, Mother, I am my own master. This is helping our Kundalini rise, and we're telling ourselves that we are in control of who we would like to become, and we are in control of our energies. Mother, I am my own master. We can move our right hand to our heart and tell this motherly energy, I am one with my spirit. Kundalini, I am one with my spirit. I'm not this body, I'm not this mind, I'm not these thoughts, I'm not these emotions. I'm the pure spirit. Just focus on your heart and focusing on opening our heart and allowing this Kundalini energy to rise through our body. Mother, I am the pure spirit. We can move our right hand to the corner which our neck and shoulder make right here, and just place your hand there, and we can say, Mother, I am not guilty. Mother, I don't condemn myself and I have self-esteem. Mother, I'm not guilty. As we're trying to move this Kundalini energy through our bodies, we're going to take our hand and place it on our forehead. And you can just tilt your head slightly down and say, Mother, I forgive everyone. I forgive everyone for any mistakes they might have committed. I forgive everyone. Now you can put your right hand at the back of your head and tilt your head backwards slightly and say, Mother Kundalini, please forgive me for any mistakes which I may have committed. And just concentrate on that area so that your energy, your Kundalini energy can rise. we can take our right hand and press on the top of our heads like this. And what you can do is rotate your hand like this in a clockwise direction and press down on your fontanelle bone, which used to be a soft bone when you were younger, and do this 7 times. And ask your Kundalini energy to help you achieve your self-realization and help you achieve silence in yoga. 7 times, just round and round. Once you feel like you have achieved a state of silence, you can raise your hand a few inches above your head and try to feel a cool breeze coming from your head. And you can switch your hands. You can do it with your right hand and your left hand. Now we can remain in this state for a few minutes, this state of silence and peace. And just having your hands on your lap, flat, facing forward and up. We can now thank this Kundalini energy for allowing us to achieve our self-realization and for allowing us to achieve inner peace and bliss and joy. Thank you.
Since Mr. Andrea Antoniani came back, let us go back to him and his talk on the Holy Grail.
Andrea, open the mic.
The connection went away, so I'm trying to to come back. So, okay, yes, I heard many beautiful things now about of the things you are doing, and what UNESCO BMW are doing also their attention to ecosystem and work pace. Also, we had some a wonderful music. I want to thank that lady. And I would like only to add something that is that to save the planet, we should increase our attention on the relationship between our interiority and pollution and the crisis of our ecosystem. The tip is that more than we can admit or imagine, there is a mirroring. The general pollution is the reflection of our inner state, and that is there is a movie, a masterpiece called Excalibur, 1981, directed by John Boorman, that says something like that. And obviously, we should see the entire movie, but we can't. Only little fragments now. I'm trying to show if I can. Opla. Let's see if I can open here. Do you see it? Yeah. Okay. It's all right. Are you watching something?
Yes, yes.
Everything is clear, Mr. Antoniani.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Allora. Now you need the, what is the situation that okay. The situation is that England is devastated by a severe famine, doesn't produce anything anymore. People are starving. Isolation and so on. And the king too is sick. He near to die and consume himself in a dark agony, King Arthur. So that the Knights of Round Table decide to go around the world and find out the Grail that should contain the blood of Jesus, means energy of the world, the truth of the world. Unfortunately, all of them will die, but Percival, that at the end, he falls down in the river and there he gets rid of his armor. And he will arrive near the Grail. The Grail itself, that is like King Arthur unconscious, will speak to Percival. suddenly because it's a world of magic. He's near King Arthur.
Drink. I slip away. I cannot die. I cannot live. Drink from the chalice and you will be reborn in the land with you. I didn't know how empty was my soul until it was filled. Ready my knights for that. They will ride with their clean once more. I bid to others far too. Dancing carries I hold, and would have been confident. All for what we see. I bless I thought my call. Now, my brother, I shall believe. Here.
So the king comes back to his own position. It is once more king, and the nature answers, come back to flowering. Okay, it's all right, and we always together because here the line is a little bit the connection is not so good here. So what happened that the king was sick, so the land is sick because the king and the land are one. We are one with Mother Earth, and but we must reach the position of a king to do that. I don't know if we have Zore the slide about that sentence. All tradition and religious tradition too that says that the state of self-realization is the state of a king who has his own kingdom. And self-realization means that, here it is, thank you, here it is, it means that there is something, there is a tradition from Greece, from all tradition from Greece, India, and so on, that in the sacred bond, that is called like that, because it contains energy of the universe, of Mother Nature, as you want. This energy can, in some conditions, arrive to our brain, and it gives another special identity, more rich, more strong, more compassionate, more loving, and more near Mother Earth. This is the point you want to have if you want to have a better state of the planet, and that there are some slides now that rapidly we should see if Zora will start with it. That says that this yes, something on the head must happen. Yes, that one. That is this energy that is contained in the second bond can arrive and give the enlightenment, if you want to say like that, of self-realization, speaking in Jung's words, I mean, the philosopher and psychologist from Switzerland. Something over the head. Let's see that in many cultures, we have this kind of tip, like an invisible fifth essence that comes before air, water, and fire, can manifest itself and emerge from the most evolved area of human brain and on the top of the head. Yes, come on. And it can be felt like a real sensation, not a dream, not an imagination, not a desire, but something absolutely real that you can feel like you feel other things with our nervous system, let's say. Go on. Up next. So it seems that something had to happen over the head. So let's see. This is from Australia, 50,000 years ago. You see, this is radiation from the head of these two. This is obviously painting on the cave, on the rocks. Also, there is another one now. Let's see. The same, but also there is something in the middle of the head, like in the position of the fontanel bone area. Let's see next. Absolutely like this Buddha, the same. And the same also we can find out far away from now. This is Africa, the Niger area, let's say. This is absolutely the same. Something must arrive here to be in a higher position. Let's say religious, but religious toward Mother Earth first. Let's go on. Next. Shiva, obviously, with the top of the head here is the water, the river Ganga, and that comes just from the top of the head of Shiva. And speaking about water, in our tradition, we have, let's see, Jesus Christ. This is Piero della Francesca, that maybe many of us know, a great painter. And the thing is that John the Baptist used to put water on the top of the head of the people because they cannot stay in the river so long and completely also with the face. But they were going to have new birth. New birth means just to emerge in the water like a baby who is going to be born. Is completely immersed in the water of the mother. This is the river Jordan when John Baptist gave the baptism to Jesus. Next. This is the Buddha with the flame on the top of the head. And flame too is always this shape of the energy. Let's see, coming immediately on Western situation, Western environment, El Greco. Yes, the next slide. Here it is. I see all the flames on the top of the head of Mary and also the apostles. They were together receiving, let's see, the entire painting, the entire figure. Next slide. No, okay. Okay, that's very beautiful. Also, there is this connection between Mary and the dove, because Holy Spirit is. It was Jesus was saying in his own language, Ruha, that means divine feminine energy, and then coming towards Rome in Greece, this Ruha became a neuter name like pneuma, that means always spirit in a way. And coming to Rome, it became spiritus sanctus, male. And then, so from the Palestine of Jesus to Rome of Paul and Peter, we lost half of the sky. And you see here our Beato Angelico, great visionary painting. Or here you see on the top of the head, this someone can call Kundalini, what it is, the energy that arises, showing a condition of sanctity. And next, Sicily, very far away, the same, absolutely the same. Also the finger toward the top of the eye of the sky, saying that this condition is a condition of connection with the divine energy all over the world. More, next. The same, let's say, very strange, very, you see, this is the point, it seems to say, this saint. Next. Coming in another, completely another situation. It is many centuries before Christ. Is a Celtic brooch. You see very clearly the two lobes of the brain and this arrow coming from the sacrum bone, let's say, in between. Just to say that here and there and everywhere you can find out these signs in our own culture, European culture. Next. Beato Angelico once more. Also, I would like to that we see the absolutely beauty of the painting that is also part of our evolution to consider beauty, and the same. And but look at it. Look at next. This is the angel of a great annunciation. This is the little girl after the meditation in the garden. See that that thing around the head. I don't know if it can be enlarged, blow up. Anyway, that one, yes. That is absolutely the same than before. We can go on next. That is the same than before. So maybe this people like Beato Angelico, they saw these things. No, it's not a kind of only rhetorical style. Next. This is a lady who is meditating, and sometimes our cameras show something, and like next to, but this is the state. You can go to the next. This is in this state. What it is that is such a deep joy. So you feel like yourself so entirely so peaceful that in such a state you don't have any idea of pollution. You don't want to give any pollution to the Mother Earth. Go to the next. The same for many people. You can run now, Zore, to our other slides. I mean, it's the same that happened to this King Arthur story, legend. Next to can go and see that when he comes back in his own position, become king once more, in possession of his own being, let's say, nature start reflowering, like it is for us. Next, we can love Mother Earth and enjoy her beauty and not give any bad thing to her. When we love, we are connected with love, divine love. Next. Yes, that is that is so. In this condition, we can also. I was joking, but in this condition, we can also bear next something like next slide. That is rhetorical, obviously, but maybe it's true because is love must give a new shape, let's say, to our planet that we don't want. We want to stay well and dance, and also the behavior of people, also each other, should change. That's all. Thank you. To you, Zore.
Thank you so much, Mr. Antoniani. And please, a little bit talk about yourself, what you do. Oh, Maral is here, so I pass to Maral.
That was really enlightening, Mr. Antoniani. I really loved it. And you seem very passionate about what you do, which is always good. And it's definitely very impressive of your work on a TV and Italian radio and advertising fields. Well, you definitely seem very knowledgeable and very connected to the work you do. And it's been great that you shared that, just a little bit of that with us. And yeah, thank you for opening up our minds a little bit more.
I only would like to add, let's go to see this movie if you can. I bought it on the internet because it is magic, about the magic. But this magic is less stupid than we think, absolutely less, and goes a lot to the heart. So to me, can be nice if other people can come back to this, let's say, old movie, because it's 40 years ago.
No, it's really great.
Mr. Antoniani, you send us also a beautiful music from Sanskrit or culture of Italy. I don't know if you can explain that. This Hudabai is a description of this energy inside us, and I am going to play it now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we have some young people here who like to sing many things from all over the world, and they find out a song that is sung in an old temple in Kolhapur, and it is the temple about Mahalakshmi, Mahakali, I beg your pardon, and this song says often ude, 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 means go on, go up, go up, go up, speaking to this inner energy we have inside ourselves. Go up and give us this new state, being normal people, but in a way, as it was said once upon a time, enlightened. But enlightened mean more open, more conscious, with more consciousness, with more intuitions, not as the lady was saying before, not buying stupid things and give pollution to the planet. We must have beautiful new knowledge, as you are doing, you people are doing, what you are studying. It's so beautiful, so important, and also something new in our heart, in our heart and brain, because also the heart is ruled by the brain on this eye. So it must be that the brain and heart should become one, and from this can come back, let's say, a new word. So let's see this song. Let's listen to the word, but is old. Today is go up to the brain and to the energy inside ourselves. because this energy from the sacrum bone must go on passing all the main centers of our body, all our organs. What they are called 7 chakras, let's say, but are the plexus of our body.
Yes, please. You were explaining. I apologize.
Okay.
It was a very
Oh.
nice song.
Yeah, very old. I don't know. You know, when you say that something is lost in the night of the millenniums, and it is like that. But it's very strong, very strong. Also, they like a lot these young people to offer around these things that they participate. So ude, this energy from the sacrum bone, repeat, is our story. It's a Greek expression, not is a Western story. This energy should pass through all the plexus. They are the body is a temple of qualities, not only matter. So that this energy arrives on the top of the head and upper, connecting us with the wisdom of the world, I would say, or the wisdom of the planet. We must be one with the planet. That's the message from Arthur, King Arthur, and the Grail. We are not guests, let's say. We are not obviously spoiling everything. We are one with this, with our Mother Earth, and that we must love. And that position I was underlying is important to allow this love to come out and to be something that we manage, let's say. So see the movie if you can, if you want, and consider that how much maybe we need to come back to the magic, but it's not magic in a stupid way. We gave too much to cogito ergo sum. Remember, the thinking is the maximum we can do. No, it's not that, because since the thought is the maximum operation we can do, then the pharmacy are selling something that you can, so that you can sleep, you can be calm, and so on. We must come back to our inner identity. Stop.
That's a very powerful message for sure, and that's a lot to take in. But thank you for showing the song, and I will look into the movie for sure. Seems like a good one. Well, if you are finished, Mr. Antoniani, I will move to Mr. Carlos Mestanza Ramon. He is an environmental engineer and works on ecological constructions. He had a PhD in environmental science and a PhD in tourism. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I am Carlos, a professor at university in the Amazon region in Ecuador. I am very, very happy for invitation to this magnificent event. I come to tell a little information today. I celebrate the ecosystem day. One moment, please. I share my screen. Please, you can confirm it. You can see my screen.
Yeah, we can see your screen great.
Thank you. The topic to share is environment technologies. I will briefly talk about the introduction, technology and environment, future technologies, and finally the conclusion. Let us start. It is important to understand that an ecosystem is a set of living and non-living elements, or biotic or abiotic elements. Yes, surely we all know this, but something fundamental is the understand that the correct functionality of this ecosystem will allow the provision the service that we consume or use every day. These are regulating, supporting, providing, and cultural. For example, water, food, or raw materials to build in the vehicle or car that we use every day. Currently, the use of this resource or service in an instability way, added to high pollution production process and killing the ecosystem and their production is reduced every day. It's very, very important. Green technologies also called non-pollution or environmentally friendly technologies are those goods and services that improve the quality of air, water, soil, or seek solutions to problems related to waste or noise. These technologies can be very different and range from high complex and costly high-tech systems to simple solutions. This technology has grown a volume over the last 20 years to levels comparable to those or aerospatial or pharmaceutical industries. Okay, we have the next point is technologies and environment. We have Hal Wardenburg and South Point where we are going. What will become or is tomorrow is a question all people in the world make. Take a look at the things that mean catch your attention. There are thousands of living species or air but only one. The human being consumes 40% of the world resource. It's very, very crazy this. Every 10 seconds, the equivalent of 5 soccer fields of forests and jungles disappear because the agriculture or livestock. Every 10 seconds, one animal species become extinct. The human population grows at an exponential rate every day. It's 9 billion in this moment. It's not difficult to realize the human activities are causing the kids or pollution that will increase the effect life of the planet. It is important to pay close attention to this aspect. The next point, the future technologies, what is working in the world in this moment, the different technologies in this moment, the principal focus of the different nations is 5, okay? 5 technologies. In one moment, we'll see these 5 technologies. The climate crisis is the major problem facing humanity today. Extinctions of various animal species, loss of ice at the poles or more extreme temperatures are some of the consequences of the phenomenon. So it is not a surprise that many entities have set to work on development solution. In this sense, development of environmental friendly technologies is the way to solve or mitigate the climate crisis. Considering this, from income inequity to climate change, technology will play a key role in finding solutions to all challenges facing on the world today. Here are 5 environmental technologies. Remember, I will show is for the future. One is the biggest problem facing the planet is the single-use plastic. You remember other panelists speak about this problem, the plastic. Year after year, more than 300 billion tons of the plastic are generated for the population. You and you and you. Okay, it's a very, very, very vast problem in the world. With this need, alternatives are need to manufacture bioplastic or simply not use plastic, reduce the use of plastic. Okay, change the option or no use. It's simple, not use plastic. It is a very real food and necessary to leave a problem in a large scale the production of the agriculture. The scientific and brutal consumer the power, the human is brutal the consumer the power. Okay, urban agriculture and the use you can see in the video the guy is very simple. The house, the animals, the agriculture is very simple. Okay, entonces the urban agriculture and the use of natural fertilizants are necessary in these moments. On the other hand, farmers must understand the balance between the experience to apply insecticide and fertilizers with natural production. The farmer need to accept the percentage of the economics is lost, is equilibrium. Okay, loss natural production economy is really you lost a small economy with natural produce. But this compares with the farmer buy the fertilizers and different products for the production. About 600 million people eat contaminated food every year. Plantation, 600 million the people eat contaminated food every year. Feeding the source, the contaminated is still foods can be difficult to because it's the long path the food takes to raise the consumer. However, thanks to new technologies, it's possible to find a simple solution. What is the simple solution? One is the simple produce the local products. Okay, farmer, urban agriculture. In the different location, you can produce the urban farmer or whole food. Okay. For other hand, the nuclear power plants and are characterized by low pollution, carbon dioxide is real, and they also produce types of pollutions are different, more hard, more difficult for delays, eliminate these contaminants of the atmosphere. It's necessary to reduce the energy consumption or use a clean energy. What is the option for clean energy? For example, hydroelectric power, solar panels is very, very interesting, this new technology. But in this moment, we have a big problem. Because when we use the alternative energies, for example, solar panel, the problem is difficult to save the energy. For example, the batteries. Okay, in this moment, the technology is working for a new alternative for save the energy. They produce the panel solar. For example, in the Amazon region, this is a problem every day. We have 12 hours the sun. Yes. It's very hard, the sun, but is my color, black, is the sun. It's a problem in this region, but we have energy, natural energy, but we cannot save this energy, okay? We need a different alternative, for example, batteries for save this energy, okay? In these figures, we can see the communities in the Yasuni National Park. Okay, in Yasuni National Park. This park is the more or less biodiversity park in the world. Okay, in this park we have two popular national indigenous is one is the Taumerani, Wauranis, is typical in this park. Okay, its diminution the impact will the cause the traditional energy we use. When we can use this alternative energy, the panel solar, stop the deforestation for the traditional energy. Okay, this is an alternative. Is very important for conservation, the biodiversity, the ecosystem. Okay, it's very, very, very important. Okay, the last point, conclusion. In this point, I speak about the human population, consumers, education, and policies. Okay, I will close my presentation to see the better. One moment, please. Okay. You can see the different problems in the world. I think what can be done about this? I believe that the solution is not so difficult. The first thing to work on the education, for example, in European or North America countries, education on the consumption issues. Okay, the problem in this country is brutal consumption. For other hand, in developing countries, for example, South America, Africa, Asia, need education. Education in topic, for example, work in the correct sexual education or family planification, planning family. This will allow of the one hand to reduce the consumption and the other hand to reduce the rapid population increase. It is only with education. Education for reduce the population and reduce the consumption. Okay, this is the two big problem in the world. I think is the government need working in the policy decrease this problem in the world. Okay, thank you very much for the attention. I want to thank the invitation of the organization. Has a big pleasure to share with the importance of ecosystem and their problems and right alternative technologies are friendly to the natural environment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ramon. It was great and very, very detailed. I did enjoy listening to how concerned you were about the environment in your country. Next, we have music.
Yes, can I please ask a question if it's engineer is available? I learned a lot. Thank you so much. Even though I have been a green architect, but the aspect of education for the diminishing or avoiding the increase of the population is very important. I never considered that as a very important asset. But I would like to know if you are aware about 3D printing clay construction, because it is a very now it becomes like a trendy way to do the construction, also for solving the problem of the housing. And but what we as a UNESCO BMW would like to do, as we started to talk with some of the architects around the world, especially we found one in Italy for clay 3D printing. Do you know any possibility eventually, any consideration about this kind of construction in your area?
In this moment, in my zone, the Amazon region, the general construction is very friendly with the environment. For example, use in this moment the recycled plastic and construction are different elements for the life. I think we need a working our job is in education. Education for discredit the population. I think it's a very big problem in countries in South America, for example. The problem is the poor is need more education for discredit the population. For other hand, in the indigenous community, for your diary alimentation, use the local products. For example, in this moment, decrease the deforestation because they have a help of the government for the construction, the local construction. Okay, this.
Yeah, so I take advantage to thank you especially and invite everybody of our audience today that will see also later on YouTube this program to please join us for this project of farming to avoid any kind of famine around the world, especially starting with the local produce. We would like to invite everybody, maybe with the help of the institutions and government, sometimes it's easy to take a land and bring the produce on the table of everyone. And then also for the aspect of the housing, we would like to make different prototypes with the help of some architects and those who make these robotic braces to make the 3D construction easy for everyone. It is made by clay and straw in the very ancient countries. We always have seen this kind of construction. And now they add technology to that, so you can have a beautiful house of 600 square footage only with 2 weeks and 2 people working on that. And it's amazing. And the cost is the cost mostly of that clay that you are taking from the area next to the field you are working and transforming that excavation into a lake eventually. So please join us for these beautiful projects of farming for community and housing or creating prototype that can be transformed in an exhibition or museum or workshop place for young people and for everyone really. As a library, you know, can be anything. We can help you and you can help us to make it happen. I learned a lot from each one of you, all of our speakers, and especially from Mr. Antoniani. I learned that all those wisdom that is in the mystical messages and scriptures is not only mysterious things, it's very realistic. And they have been saying us, repeating for years and years, the importance of the respect for Mother Earth, the ecosystem where we live. And remember, we all have only one address, Mother Earth. With this, I finish the program. I want to thank you so much, Mrs. Garusi, Shalon, and Aditi, and our beautiful, sweet moderator, Maral. Have a great day and see you next month with another program that is about friendship. Thank you.
Thank you, Auntie Zahra. It was nice to be here today.
oceans are your garments, and you are decorated with mountain peaks. Please forgive me for touching you with my feet. Samudra vasane, samudra vasane,
Samudra vasane, Samudra vasane, Devi Pavata Stanamandale, Samudra vasane,
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 Devi Pavata Stanamandale, Samudra vasane, Devi Pavata Stanamandale, Samudra vasane, Devi Pavata Stanamandale, Samudra vasane, Samudra vasane, Samudra vasane, Samudra vasane,